let's turn this vacation into a slaycation and murder these nachos Belgrande. Welcome to VRTalk, everybody, for another week. And yes, maybe your vacation is at Taco Bell, where they sell the nachos Belgrande. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm not here to judge anybody.
As long as you're getting out of the house, you know.
I think every trip to Taco Bell is a vacation.
Yeah, one man's snack is another man's vacation, they always say.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I thought maybe I would say nachos, but then I kept going with nachos Belgrande, and here we are. They say comedy is in the details. Yeah. So, I try to bring that with me all the time, be very specific. People like that stuff. Specifically, let's get specific. My name is Nick Potter, specifically. I'm the host of this podcast. I got my boys with me, my, round-the-clock vacation boys, because life is a vacation if you really think about it. That's why every trip to Taco Bell is also a vacation. It's just vacation's all in the mind. Isn't there a song about that? Or is that just vacation's all I ever wanted? Or did maybe Jimmy Buffett sing a song about how the vacation is in the mind?
That's all of his songs, dude. Like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Margaritaville kind of bullshit.
Yeah, that's his creed.
Cheeseburger in Paradise, which I imagine would be a vacation.
Well, yeah, when I was younger and maybe up until about 20 seconds ago, I thought that all of those songs were literal. I have to go to Margaritaville to have a good time. I have to go to Paradise to eat the cheeseburger. Now, 5 o'clock somewhere, that is, obviously sort of up to the imagination because...
Volcano, I thought it was literally about hopping into a volcano.
Yeah, so, art's interpretive, and so is vacations. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's introduce my boys now, my vacation boys. The first boy I'm introducing, his name is Corey Music. What's up, Corey?
What's up, man? And now that I think about it, I'm not even sure if 5 o'clock somewhere is a Jimmy Buffett song or not. Email us.
Email us, and we'll have the fans double-check us. We need somebody, doing fact-checking on the go. I guess we gotta hire, I know we've talked about hiring an intern, but I think this is probably the most important job that they'd have, is constantly fact-checking everything we say.
Yep.
Because people want us to, be truthful. They don't want us to do these half-lies, these, jokes, I guess, if you will. I want somebody to correct me.
That's what humor's all about, man. Oh, wait a minute. No, that couldn't be possible. You're dumb.
Corey, here's my question for you this week.
Okay.
Explain to us and our fans what your ideal staycation is like. If you're staycating, from work, from responsibilities, what are you doing? What's your staycation look like? Does it involve any trips to Taco Bell? Because I will say, if it does, that sort of negates the staycation because you're going on a vacation to Taco Bell.
What a fucking good trick question, buddy. You almost fooled me until you revealed what the trick was. I don't know. I feel like almost trying to set up what you would do on a staycation, that also defeats the purpose of a staycation. Isn't a staycation more of an office space thing where you do nothing? If you wake up at 2 p.m., that's fine. If you wake up at 6 p.m., that's fine. If you wake up at 10 a.m., that's fine. Probably a lot of Netflix and chill,
beating off.
Damn it.
That's the devil's in the details, as you said.
The comedy's in the details, comedy. And when you say beating off, it's funny.
My jerking off for me is a laugh riot, always.
That's like I imagine like the Joker. You're just beating off and you're just cackling. It's just like, oh my god.
Joke's on you! Wait, what? Always plays whenever it happens. Or rather, I play it for myself.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Funny to me. Okay, so what you're saying, Corey, is staycation, sort of like a vacation, is a state of mind. I'm learning that life is about perspective right now.
It's a state of mind, but also with the additional, it's kind of like algebra. It's a state of mind, but also you're at your house.
Right. There's only one rule. There is no rules, except you can't leave your house.
That is a rule, in fact. There's only one rule besides the one rule, which is there are no rules.
Okay, well, yeah, that's, that makes sense to me. I'm learning a little bit about how life is about perspective and how we, how we perceive things is really important. Vacation, staycation. Speaking of positive states of mind, let's go talk to my brother. That's the other person doing this podcast. His name is Joey Potter. What's up, Joey?
Hello.
I love that positivity, dog. You radiate it every day for me.
He's quite the Joker.
He's quite the Joker. Damaged. Anyway, Joey, my question for you this week is thus. I want you to explain what your ideal Treycation is like. Tell me what a Treycation is and what it means to you.
So my head immediately goes to a little show. I don't know if I've ever talked about it before. It's called Power Rangers, right?
God
really?
fucking damn it. This is
quite
so
novel.
far
Go
away from that.
And there's a character in the fourth season, technically second season, called Power Rangers Zeo, and they have a mysterious alien show up, and his name is Trey of Triforia. He is
a Staycation more.
original Gold Ranger. So I guess my Treycation would find someone named Trey on Craigslist, right?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Find another person, maybe like get on like Grindr or something, get another Trey on there. And, then just take those two Treys, go out into the world, mask on, obviously, maybe some helmets, some like black helmets, maybe with like a little staff, like gold staff thing looking on it, maybe a Power Rangers helmet. Sure. And then we hunt down the third Trey. And so I got 3 Treys.
Yeah.
Treys. And I try to make them into one human being and embody the Gold Zeo Ranger. So that's
I like that you think that it requires 3 Treys to get 1 Trey Power Ranger.
He's 3 people.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it, Joey.
Sorry, I left you guys in the dust. I thought you obviously knew that Trey of Triforia was 3 separate beings that fused into one. I'm sorry.
Whoa, okay. Fusion dance, baby. Yeah, I guess Triforia was
like a human
centipede.
Like how is he presented?
No, it's just kind of like
Joey, are you getting 3 Treys together and then sewing them butt to mouth?
No.
Is that what your Treycation is?
No, I'd sew them like a cheerleader pyramid.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's Trey, Tri. His Megazord is a giant pyramid. Triangles, 3 Treys, Trey, Triforia. What do you want from me?
Sure. Okay, it all makes sense, and I see the connective thread.
I like the idea, though, like you have to sew them still. Like, like a cheerleader squad, how they get sewn together. That's how they do all those cool moves.
You take 1 Trey, you sew the 2 Treys' heads onto each foot, so they're just always in a triangle. It's kind of like
that
stilts.
makes it worse. Yeah, I thought maybe you were going to say shoulders, which was less nefarious to me.
The guy on top's really coming out on top in that scenario.
Well, Nick, you wouldn't know because you can't smell. If you had someone's foot on your shoulder the whole, for the rest of your existence, it's going to be smelly.
You get used to it. You'd have to.
Yeah, okay.
But if it's on the top of your head, that's further away from your nose. And you don't have to see it. You don't even have to. You can't see it. It's like it's not there.
In this scenario, you're a real hero. You're a real nice guy to do that for them.
You're a real Joker.
And now, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to sew you together really, really badly. Man, and I'm really regretting now picking Trey as a rhyme for vey or stay.
Now imagine that staircase scene with the Joker, but he has his feet are attached to 2 other people. He's just dancing around with his feet, and people are flying around.
I like that. I like that image.
Fucking great.
But yeah, I wish I would have picked any other sort of phrase that rhymed, like graycation or baycation or anything else. I thought Trey would really throw you off, but instead you threw me off. So congratulations, Joey. You did it again, you son of a bitch.
Gotcha.
You did. You got me live on air on this podcast, and there's nothing I can do about it, and that makes me furious. Anyway, guys, as you might have noticed, there's a certain voice missing. Our friend Collin is, he's out again this week. He's doing a bit of traveling in the time of COVID. Mm-hmm. And we wish him well. He's out in D.C. He's helping his girlfriend move. She's getting rid of her apartment in D.C. I don't know if this is TMI.
Just throwing it out the window. Getting rid of it.
Yeah, just dumping it all, going to D.C. and dumping that apartment out into an alley and coming right home. But, we learned a little too late that the place he was staying has no internet, so he's not on a vacation at all.
Nope.
It's not a vacation if there's no internet.
Well, it's a vacation from the internet.
Yeah, and that's the worst kind. Everywhere I go on a vacation, Taco Bell has Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying?
True.
I need it, and he doesn't have it, and that's the biggest bummer I've ever heard of. What's he doing, watching VHSs? Can you even play a DVD without Wi-Fi? I have no idea.
I think you might be able to, but...
I've just always had it. So, is internet about power? I don't know. Anyway, it just straight up sucks. So, I hope you all out there wish him well. We hope he survives without internet. Because, like, I don't think he took a deck of cards with him or anything, so he's basically fucked.
Yeah.
He can't play that new Nintendo Switch he just bought at all. Nothing. You can't play Breath of the Wild without internet. Corey, you need internet for everything, is what I'm saying.
I see.
So,
and for cards, too. Like, you can't play solitaire without internet. What are you fucking talking about?
That's true. How's it gonna, like, fold over and deck,
How do you think
itself?
all, like, the little, like, where it flies at the end, where you win, and it goes all over the place? That's because of the internet, okay?
Yeah. We know what the internet is. We know what vacations are. We're very smart. So, yeah, we'll see Collin later. But for this week, it's we three boys. So, let's not dilly-dally any longer. Let's get on to our topic. So, boys, you know when we do this podcast, I'm always trying to be super positive, super happy, happy-go-lucky, having fun. You know that's me. That's your boy. Upbeat. We're in it. We're having fun. But I got to level with you on this. I'm mad right now. I'm angry.
Wow. Okay.
And I can't hold it in anymore. I got to talk about it. You know, I'm stuck in my house, sitting around. You know, my kid is running around crazy. I'm just staring blankly at a wall. And then, I get a little respite. I go to the bathroom. I get on my phone. That's phone time for me in my house. Mm-hmm. And then, I'm flipping through social media. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we're in the time of quarantine. There's a pandemic out there. Obviously, that's in the back of my mind. And then I look on the social media, and there's all these fucks going on vacation right now.
Yeah.
All these selfish assholes just not caring about anybody but themselves. And they're going on vacation because they're tired of being in their houses. And I, for one, won't take it anymore. I'm going to start putting angry faces on Facebook when they post their vacay pics. I'm
You know what though? Despite all your rage, you'll still be a rat in the cage. You know what I mean?
Oh man, you're right. Oh, I'm totally impotent from my house. This sucks. What do I do? I thought the angry face would. I thought it would make some change. I thought they'd really regret going on vacation and change their ways and all of a sudden
Nick's
start wearing masks.
Let's not go to Florida. Let's not.
Let's undo all that we just did.
Yeah,
Let's get our memory erased and just forget that it ever happened.
Let's unspread the coronavirus to all the people that we spread it to already by going and swimming in a huge public pool.
That's funny. Like if they thought that, and so they went back to Florida to undo it, but they ended up making it worse. Like.
Oh, no, that would make me responsible for that. I mean, they were the idiots that did it, but
they
I was
were the
one...
idiots who did it. Don't worry about it, my friend.
Okay. But I am worried about it, because they're out there having fun, going to pools, going to the beach, and I'm stuck in my house trying to be a good boy. And it just pisses me off. So, I thought that maybe this week we could sort of have a mind escape, a mindcation.
Okay. A braincation?
Braincation, there you go. We could sort of fantasize a little bit and sort of go back and talk about all the nice vacations that we may or may not have taken. Like our dream vacations, our, past, present, future ones. Anything that we've done, to sort of get out of the mind space of being at home all the time. That's right. The best we can do because we're all good boys and we're not going anywhere. We're not super spreading anything.
Yeah, I didn't even. I went out today to get some Diet DP for the podcast while somebody from fucking DoorDash was bringing me wings. I didn't even want to go that far.
Yeah.
Sounds like quite a vacation to me.
Could you have gotten the DoorDash guy to get you the Diet DP?
No, it's not like Uber where it's just like, hey, just stop here real quick.
Pull off to the side. I need that Diet DP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't do anything. I finally went out to visit Corey at his bar because there's really, it's not a super crowded place. Corey's in charge, so I know I'm going to be safe. He's going to be making people wear masks.
He's going to be spraying people with hand sanitizer as they walk in.
Yeah, he's got a comical, like, Ghostbusters backpack, and he's just, like, spraying people as they come in through the door.
Yeah, it's got a super soaker loaded
with fucking hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
hey, man, I've picked out like at least two people so far for not playing by the rules, not wearing the masks. It's always awkward too, and I have that polite tinge, the sort of, I'm sorry, I'm asking you to leave. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's not up to me. Even though I agree with it, but
right?
Safety of me, I'm like, hey, man, out of my hands, dude. You know how things. Hey, man, you know how the government is. Anyway, I gotta listen to them and not to you because you're some piece of shit who's making this last longer. If there were no one like you, then maybe this would be over with by now.
He's like, later, man, I'm going on vacation now. I was going to stop and get one drink
before I drove to vacation.
Gotta pregame my vacation, bro.
Yo, did you ever have a pre-vacation? Pre-gamecation?
Pre-gamecation, I love it.
That's why you get drunk and then ruin your family by getting into a car accident.
No, you get drunk and then you get on the plane, baby. Head to Florida and get some coronavirus as well as some. Yeah. You can get your DoorDash guy to take you to the airport after you
let me swing by real fast to this airport. Just one hot second.
Could you deliver me to the airport, please? I'm on pre-gamecation right now. He's like, I get it, of course.
Yeah,
sir.
I think the airport ordered me, so...
I have this piece of paper they sent me in the mail that says I have to be there at this time.
Yeah, they sent me an invoice and it was me, so I gotta go.
But, I to get back to my story, I go out with our good friend Collin and his very wonderful girlfriend Allison.
Not Autumn, but Allison.
Yeah, Corey goofed that, made a real ass of himself. But anyway, we go out. There's no one at this bar. We're sitting outside because I got to get my vape on.
Ooh, he's cool. He's so cool.
Yeah,
Make a note of that.
I was thumbs upping some teenagers walking down the street while I was hitting my vape, and they were walking down hitting theirs too. We really synced up.
Yeah, they were skateboarding.
So there's no one at this bar, and I'm like, first of all, I'm feeling weird because I haven't gone to a bar in since February probably. So I'm already uncomfortable. Then these two fucks decide to come out and stand right next to us. Because to set the stage, it was raining a little bit, and there's tents that, this bar that Corey's at has set up. So they wanted to share our tent, and I thought that they'd be nice and, kind of stand on the outskirts. But they just, stood on either side of me, and they kind of slowly got closer and closer to me while they were talking without their masks until I was, in a little ball in the chair. And then I finally had to decide to, stand up and, stand on the other side of the chair, behind it.
They Night at the Roxbury'd you.
They did. They were basically bumping me with their chests back and forth and coughing on me.
Sounds like to me, Nick, you were in the middle of a fraycation.
Yeah, it was pretty frenetic. It was pretty frayed. My vacation had frayed off.
But think about if all your names were Trey,
Okay, I'm listening.
Then I'd show up with my sewing kit and pop out of the bushes.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to go to Triforia in my backyard.
I come out and go, Joey, you want anything to drink, man?
Yeah, you might want to take a break from doing all that person sewing.
Yo, dude, I don't drink before Treycation, okay?
This is serious.
Got to keep my wits about me.
Also, audience, keep in mind, Nick's talking about that. I have a totally different experience as the bartender, and I'm the only person in the front of the house, so I interact with everybody, and they're pretty nice to me. But I did go out there and go, well, that's unfortunate. Because I also recall, if I'm not mistaken, their masks were down, not in the proper up-to-the-nose position.
Correct.
So that's if they had the masks on and playing by those rules, I'd feel a lot less sympathetic for you necessarily, because at least they're doing that, and it was raining.
Right. If they had their masks on, it would have been fine. But no, and I don't know. I couldn't get up to confront them or anything. I was trying to
Well, the real thing on your point
going.
too is there's another tent that they could have gotten under. That we had set up. And
I thought it might be rude if I just stood up in the middle of their conversation, set the other tent up, and go, here, you go here.
Well, you could have just done that and sat over there and been like, fuck this.
That's true. That is true.
And then just hit them with a couple of Facebook angry faces.
Oh, you're right, Joey. That's how you solve every problem.
Yeah.
You just hit them with those angry faces, and then they'll get it.
You get some printouts.
Hey, what's your name again? Oh, you're on Facebook? Cool. Can I add you real fast? Great. Yeah. And just send them an angry
No, you just,
that's
you just
why,
print out pieces of paper and you just hand it to them.
Yeah.
You just do the drawing.
Yeah. That's why no one can stop Donald Trump right now, because he's on Twitter, and they don't have angry faces on Twitter.
Yeah.
Not the Facebook ones. Yeah. If he was on Facebook doing that shit, he'd be in jail right now. He'd be He'd
Your
have
Honor,
so
I'd
many
like
angry
to submit
faces.
to evidence the many angry faces that
He'd have
the
so
defendant has
many
gotten.
that Mark Zuckerberg would have to arrest him.
Yeah. You go to Facebook jail.
Yeah, you fucking Facebook jail.
The top 10 most wanted for the FBI are the 10 people who have the most angry faces on Facebook.
Yeah, I believe it because it's that angry face is a powerful tool. Let me tell you, we asked for it forever. We were like, "Hey, we're tired of being positive, Mark Zuckerberg. We're trying to put people in jail. We're trying to do work.
Let the hate
know,
flow
mob
through
justice.
us."
Yeah." Mob justice is the way to go, and then he gave it to us, and now I'm, perfectly happy with Facebook. There's nothing wrong with it anymore.
Yeah,
It's a great platform
at all.
to sort of share your well-researched ideas.
Yeah.
And just spew a bunch of positive things.
Mm-hmm.
So, I support you, Mark Zuckerberg, officially. That's what I'm saying on this podcast.
It's always a vacation on Facebook.
Oh, wait, the fact checker that I hired is shaking his head. No, I don't support Mark. He's a piece of shit that's spying. Okay, he's spying on us? Okay, I don't like him anymore. Never mind. Thanks, fact checker. Douglas? His name is Douglas. I decided now.
You just say so.
Oh,
wait, it's clear. You said Douglas. He shook his head no, and you were like, okay, good, cool, Douglas.
Well, yeah, he's fact checking me on his name. Apparently, it's Kurt. So it's Kurt. Sorry,
Kurt Douglas.
Kurt. No, his name is Kirk with an RK, not Kurt, like I said. Yeah, he was fact checking you, Joey. He's in on the call right now. Don't say anything though, Kurt. Thank you.
Fuck Douglas.
Is Deborah back there, or whoever I hired before to be my secretary?
Dude, man, that was a blast from the past, and I think she died, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you Highlandered her. Shout out to
That's
episode,
right.
What was that, 20 of Very Real
It was my
Tournament?
first one, that's all I know. But,
Yeah, fact check that for me, Kurt. Okay, this is a great new character and real person, by the way, for Very Real Talk. I love you, Kurt. Thank you. You're really adding something that we needed to the podcast. Anyway, we've gotten way off track. Sort of like you do when you go on vacation. You go off the beaten path. You try to go to somewhere you've never been. You try to adventure, explore. So, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about some of our favorite vacations. I already know I'm going to preface this. Joey hasn't gone on that many vacations.
Yeah, that's right, though. Because either my friends are like super poor and don't go on vacation, or they're like, let's do 2 weeks in Germany, and it's just like, it's a little much for me.
You look at you're online, you're on Trivago or whatever, you're looking at the price of the ticket to Germany, then you look over at all your Power Rangers in a pile and you go, damn it.
Yeah.
I guess not. But at least I got all these sick-ass limited edition Power Rangers.
Yeah.
You don't need to go on vacation, Joey.
Yeah, I go on Treycation.
You go on Treycation, obviously.
Stare at my Power Rangers Gold Zeo figure.
Yeah, I like it. I'd like it if you put on like a hat, like a trucker hat that said Trey, and you're like, Mom, I'm on Treycation now. Please leave me be.
And I just stand in a corner with my figure.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Blair Witch. It's so creepy.
Oh, God.
Mom comes by your room and you're just staring in the corner, and that's it. Oh man,
the Treycation's not complete, mother. Okay.
So, Joey, we'll start with you since you haven't done a lot. Of the very few vacations, and you can count sort of whatever you want. Like we said before, vacation's a state of mind. What is, your favorite of all the places you've gone, all the places you vacate at, if any?
Man, yeah, it's like so slim. It's like I've been to like the southeast coast, like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, whatever. Who cares? Who cares the distinction between the Carolinas?
Hey, who Carolinas?
Yeah, yeah. And then I've been to Chicago a couple times with my friends for like a long weekend or something.
Right.
We went to Florida when I was like 7. Yeah, we went to Panama City. We didn't even go to like a good spot. We didn't go to like Destin or Miami or anything lower. It was on the fucking Panhandle.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, one of my favorite vacations was my senior year of high school, the school trip to Washington D.C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was just like not chaperone, but like guided vacation where it's like they had an itinerary and all you had to do is show up and get on the bus and you were somewhere else, you know, doing something you haven't done before. Like,
Right.
yeah, it was a lot of
That's how the
museums and
buses work.
stuff, but it's like, you know, it was the first time I rode like a subway because they gave us free time. It's like, we're going to ride a subway because we can. And stuff like that. And yeah, it was a really good time, you know, and like end-ish of senior year, they were with a bunch of your friends just acting like assholes.
Goofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just goofing.
Yeah. No, that was a good one. Yeah, I don't know. My first trip to Chicago with my friends, it was like junior year, so it's like we got our license, so it's like we could just
Right.
drive there, and it was just like,
Yeah,
you know,
cruise.
boys time, and that was good, you know, just like kind of going to like the tourist traps and stuff like that, you know, Millennium Park, the Bean, the fucking Rainforest Cafe kind of
yeah.
bullshit, you know, the fucking, you know, aquarium and whatnot, but it was still just like cool to exist away from you know, adults for a solid couple days.
That's vacation, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really,
All right.
that's just kind of it. Like, yeah, we, you know, our friend Patrick, his grandma had a house near Cocoa Beach,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, we went there a couple times, but you know, I don't really like to go like you know, outside.
Yeah.
But it was still
yeah.
just
I'm
like,
not a fan of the beach.
yeah,
But that vacation was fun because of the trip, you know, down and back, basically.
yeah.
Because it was what, me, you, Patrick, and Austin, our friend Austin.
Yeah. And yeah, and we went in a fucking Cadillac, and you think like, oh hell yeah. No. That is not a luxury vehicle for 4 full-grown boys. That was such
Yeah, that's
bullshit.
not fun.
Like, it was just my knees hurt. It didn't have an aux cord, so we had to buy CDs from Walmart.
Yeah, we stopped in like the middle of Kentucky or maybe Tennessee and bought CDs because that's all he had. And I believe we bought 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay.
What else did we buy? I mean, we bought The Diary of Jane.
Yeah, the Breaking Benjamin album, Diary of Jane.
Yeah. And then like
Patrick
one
bought
more, maybe?
like a greatest hits of some like 70 or 80s band, I'm not sure. And then Austin had like an Incubus album. And the kicker to
Yeah.
all that was we were like, all right, 50 Cent, let's go. It was edited because it was at Walmart.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Man, no.
So we immediately threw that out the window.
It's like, what's the point? Come on.
What is the point? So that was gone. But one of the funnest parts, besides me playing Magic the Gathering for the first time, was
Go
Well,
to vacation
fun.
to Florida. We're like,
Yeah,
we're
play
going to
Magic
choose
the Gathering.
this time.
Listening to
get
fucking
into
light
Magic.
grenades in a goddamn car.
yeah, that's also when I watched Piranha 3D, which is a great fun B movie.
I'm pretty sure it's
But,
Piranha 3 Double
the
D?
Did we
That's a
watch
sequel.
Double D down there?
Maybe.
I mean, that's the sequel, Joey. But so everybody on the way back, it's a drive. It's like a 14-hour drive, and we started listening to Breaking Benjamin, and then we were like, okay, guys, we're gonna listen to this album on repeat until somebody breaks Benjamin.
Yeah.
So we listened to The Diary of Jane like 12 times all the way through on repeat.
Yeah, it might have been closer to like 19.
Oh, you think
What?
so? It might have been.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And
That
we weren't allowed
sucks.
to like turn it way down or anything. So it was just, I wish it would have been cut into a montage because it was like, okay, the first like 3 times is not that bad. Then you get to like 7, 8, 9 times and you start losing your mind.
Yeah, but then it
And
comes
the-
back around where you're like
Then it came
jamming
back
to
around
it
to like,
again.
we were back into it because we had like learned all the words at that point. So it was this really weird up and down of like, okay, oh my God, I hate this, but I won't be the one to break.
Yeah.
And then, just jamming. So we were pretty insane by the time. We were pretty insane clown posse
Yeah,
by the time we
were
got back.
definitely broken by the time we got back. And funny enough, a little like bonus like epilogue. I found that CD like a year later, like in my car, and
Yeah.
I was like, no, fuck this, and I shattered it in my hands, and a fucking piece of it flew up and cut me like under my eye. Like it had to get
Oh my
one
God.
last like laugh in.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, it was haunted the whole time
Yeah.
too. It turns out. Hey, If you play Breaking Benjamin's Diary of Jane 19 times in a row, you summon a little devil inside of it. You summon a ghost.
And if you also break your CD of that album, you'll hear someone say, "Finally, I'm free."
It's Benjamin. I broke Benjamin.
It's Benjamin.
Yeah, you broke Benjamin, dude.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Joey. Corey, I'm going to move to you next. What's one of your favorite vacations?
Well, unlike Joey, I've had the pleasure of having a lot of good vacations. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Los Angeles. I've been to Miami. I've been out of the country twice, to Canada and to London. So
Fucky London.
if I'm not that. But I guess I'll speak on those two. The first one, Canada, was a school trip where we went up there to go to a play festival, and we saw some Shakespeare and stuff like that.
Theater nerd.
Yeah, theater. But I did go to Canada. That's pretty cool. We went to vineyards and shit. We drank a lot of wine. We had a good time. I got really drunk before a performance.
Nice.
I had to leave. It was Kiss Me Kate, if I recall.
Oh, I hate that play.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't the most fun, but I left to throw up because I drank too much and I ate too much food too. Like I had this guacamole burger thing, and then I had a bunch of ice cream because we were just going all these places. And halfway through the play, you know how there's usually like a J curve of sickness where oh god, it's happening. You know how whenever you think that I might throw up, in my opinion, whenever you think I might throw up, the game is already lost.
It's done.
The game's over with. It's just a matter of how long you can bat it away until the demon comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, it's just go throw up. Just
yeah,
go.
You kind of wanted to be over with, the suspense, this ended. But that was not that. That was just I was watching them play, having a good time, and all of a sudden it was oh no, and I just had to leave. Also, there was a professor there who I do like, but this professor who was overseeing the whole trip was trying to be what's that movie? Dead Poet Society, like a Robin Williams type professor.
Oh, sure.
Trying to be inspiring. I'm like, man, I don't really give a fuck. We went to this museum, and I went around and looked at everything. And I was like, this is pretty cool. And I kind of just sat down because I was tired, and he walked over to me and had this sort of, exasperated look of, "Come here, Corey. Let me show you around." I'm like,
let me find a chair and turn around backwards.
Yeah. It's I think you need to take all this in. Let's go again. And I'm like, I saw everything, man. And it's just me following him around while he was waxing eloquent, pretty much polishing his own knob in front of me for a long time, and being like, "Hey, look at this. Did you ever consider these things?" I was like, "Not really, because time to move on. I don't care. You can't. At a certain point, you can't beat the dead horse anymore."
Right.
But the more fun story was London. Now, in London, that was a high school trip. So I went there when I was a sophomore, the summer of sophomore and junior year. It was part of our AP European History class.
Oh, wow.
We set this up, and it was wow. It was very, very exciting. So we went over there, and it was a good time. We got there late because of a delay in Chicago and a bunch of other annoying shit. So we're running around everywhere. I recall, I fell asleep, was late for the first event, and they were mad at me. But the big thing was, this is going to be a new thing for our it wasn't a shitty school, but it was a very, very small school that couldn't afford things. This is going to be the new thing. We're going to go to maybe visit places every year for AP European History. But unfortunately, that did not happen because of a little scandal. A little high school scandal.
Ooh.
So what happened was...
People having sex?
It was a little sexy. So in Europe, in London, if you recall, the drinking limit was 18. Drinking age. And there were some 18-year-olds because they were seniors at the time, or
Sure, I thought they just failed a bunch because they lived in Paintsville.
Oh,
got him, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, most of these people were 42 years old. This happened to me a couple of years ago. This is good. Anyway, they were 18 and stuff. So we were going around, and a couple of them left to the hotel room one night. You can imagine where this is going, and they went to some local pub. And got pretty drunk and got caught by the teachers, even though they said that you couldn't drink because it's a liability. It's those things that you're old enough to drink here, but you get it, right?
Yeah,
you get it, right? You understand why that's maybe something we don't want you to do. And maybe I'm saying this from a naive perspective. I was 17 at the time, I think. Maybe even 16 going on 17, like that song.
Yeah.
I just realized I was quoting The Sound of Music.
Like that sweet Zac Efron movie, 16 going on 17.
Again.
13 going on 30? Is that? Oh, no, you mean the Matthew Broderick thing, right? Is that the
No, I meant what I said. Matthew Perry, Zac Efron, 16 and 37 again.
Oh, Matthew Perry. That's right. Anyway, I was thinking of 13 going on 30. Anyway, off topic we are. I was 16 going on 17, like the Matthew Perry movie.
There you go.
Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the fact check. Ask
Oh,
Kirk.
Kurt?
Tell Kirk I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt. You're doing a great job. You're really earning your keep,
Oh,
buddy. Have another hot dog.
What's that, Kurt?
I feed him. I pay him in hot dogs.
Kurt, what's that?
Okay.
Everything Nick said was bullshit to fuck with Corey, and he went with it. Thanks, Kirk.
Damn.
Oh,
Kurt, I thought you work for me, buddy. He said he's unrelenting to get to the bottom of everything. He's trying to find the truth.
Wow.
And normally I would like that, Kurt, but when you turn against me, your days are numbered. Anyway, back to your story, Corey.
Thank you. So I was not 18, so I couldn't do it anyway. But no one could fucking do it. And these people went out and got really, really wasted, and they got caught. And because we're in Eastern Kentucky and we're kind of conservative, and also they're fucking children more or less,
They lynched
we
him.
got in trouble,
Oh.
and they got murdered. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, damn.
No,
Harsh.
they did.
They got jacked. the
But we
Ripper.
did have that shit canceled. So AP European history, I think it might have happened past that, but no more fucking trips, dude.
Wow.
Because it was like my sophomore going to junior year, my junior going into senior year was going to be a trip to fucking Rome. It was going to be Italy because we were going to do that. It was all in the works, man. We were so psyched. I mean, what a way to cap off your fucking...
Yeah.
Not even cap off, but to start off your fucking senior year going to Rome. I haven't gone yet, and I was going to, but some fucking... It's the kind of people not wearing goddamn masks. You have to fucking,
Right, it's that
not
thing.
follow the rules and just ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
you have
ruined it
your
for
bullshit
everybody, and then they
reasons why-
fucked off to college. There
People
were
are
no
like-
repercussions.
People are like, oh, well, masks, do they really do anything? Da, 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 da. Like, I don't fucking give a shit. Your bullshit backdoor reasoning. Fucking follow the rules and stop fucking up that shit for everybody. So anyway, that was an
Absolutely.
example of them doing that. They drank and got drunk and got caught, and no more out-of-country trips for Corey in high school because of that. But it was really fun. And also, we did a show called, have you heard of this show, The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged?
Oh, yes. Yes.
We saw that in London, and there's a part that many people get pulled on stage throughout the show to play different characters, and I got pulled up on stage, man, at the Criterion Theater, which is a pretty big
Oh,
theater
wow.
in Weston,
Yeah.
and it was pretty fucking dope, dude. And I played, I think, like Ophelia's ego or something like that. Like we were playing these characters in her brain that were running around, hence her being crazy. It was one of those things. But I got pulled up, man. I couldn't even explain to you how excited I was. I was all nerves. It was a great time.
Pants.
I shat on the Criterion Theater because fuck London.
Ruin it for everybody.
I'm tucking a dump on your fucking cake.
They don't do that play there anymore because you ruined it for everybody. They're like, oh man,
Yeah, that
every
shit is
fifth
still
person,
there.
It's like, yeah.
every fifth person is gonna come up and shit on the stage. We can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it's funny. Like they ruined that for me by drinking, but I ruined Shakespeare for them by shitting on the stage.
Yeah.
What goes
Yeah.
around comes around. It's a big fucking circle, man.
Yeah, everything is a circle.
All
right.
Yeah, that's pretty much my two big out of country stories: Canada and London.
Yeah, I'd say that definitely my favorite vacation was my trip to Europe as well. Honeymoon, baby, spent it all,
Yeah.
burned all the cash.
We're still
But,
poor to this day. We're still in debt.
Hey, it took us quite some time to dig ourselves out of that debt. It was like one of those things where it's like, okay, I got paid on Friday. It's Monday, and we have no money in the bank account. Zero.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Zero is a small number, honey.
okay. Yeah, that
Might
sucks.
as well
What are
lit
we
my
gonna
check
do?
on fire.
Yeah. So, but it
Oh,
was totally
honey!
worth
Turns
it.
out we have a vacation from money. It's great.
We planned this big long trip. We were in Europe for like 10 days. We split it between Paris, Brussels, and Amsterdam. And it was just all around. And I had never flown on a plane before, ever.
Wow.
My first plane ride was a little jumper flight from here to Chicago, which was like an hour. Hated it so much. It was
Man,
really
those are
bumpy.
cool, dude. They're so fast. It's kind of, for me, it always blows my mind how fast those trips are. They're insane.
Oh yeah, no, it was quick, but then immediately that was like my warm up because my next one was like a 9-hour flight over the ocean. So that was
Yeah, there's a certain point where no matter, like, you get it, like, wow, I'm traveling across the world in 9 hours. That's still pretty awesome, you know what I mean? But no matter how awesome it is, like, past 3 hours, I'm like, this is boring as shit.
yeah.
Regardless.
And
I can't sleep on planes very well, so...
No, I can't either, I found out. And also, my little TV didn't work, and they were just like, sorry, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Can I tell you real fast, on our plane trip to Europe, we watched Electra. Me and my friend watched Electra. It's terrible, dude, but we watched it.
So, and I got the honor of sitting in the seat where if the plane crashes, you have to pop that door open.
No.
Exit room.
So so I have leg room. My TV doesn't work, and I'm sitting next to this door that I'm like, that's just a door. It's just a door, and we're so high up, and the air can suck me out. I've seen movies, and it's just a door. Like,
I've seen Charlie's Angels.
It was terrifying.
I've seen Fight Club was the one I was going to go with. But
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle is always where my mind goes to when it comes to that.
Is that LL Cool J on this flight? I'm in trouble.
Dude, he was the only one who lived through Deep Blue Sea. You're going to be fine, right?
Yeah. Paris was great. It was a little touristy, a little dirtier than I thought it was going to be. Just like trash in the streets and stuff. Seriously.
Sorry for any folks living in Paris listening to this.
Hey, I enjoyed my time, but we kind of messed up on the first 2 days because we were trying to do tourist things. But the thing about tourist things is, not only is there a bunch of people there, which doesn't bother me, but it's all of the people trying to get money out of you.
Oh,
all the
grifting and stuff. You mean?
Yeah, panhandling and also just straight up stealing. There was plenty of people that were, selling little miniature Eiffel Towers at the Eiffel Tower.
Why bother?
But there's also, we had read about this scam that people do where they're they try to, a group of them comes up to you and wants you to fill out a form, and then they basically pickpocket you while you they kind of surround you a little bit and cause a bunch of chaos, and they pickpocket you. And we did in fact see one of those between the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower, where they tried to get me to come over, and they had a clipboard in their hand. And me, I'm always such a doofus, and I try to I hate dealing with it, so I'm just what's up? What do you need? And Blair's just screaming no at them and dragging me away. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry, my wife's so rude, guys. I'm sorry.
So that was interesting, but the food there was great, obviously. Then we moved on to Brussels, which was a little bit more boring. It was kind of the extra lump sum in the deal of Paris and Amsterdam. It's okay, you can go to these places, but you're gonna have to go to Belgium for a while.
So you're trying to, it was a tourist committee with Brussels going, hey, we want in on this, okay?
Yeah. The reason it was boring was because we were there over Easter, so everything was closed.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
So one day we went to this really cool architecture structure. It was really far away from our hotel. And we took a cab there, and we got there, and the line to get in this thing was so long that we just looked at it from the outside, and we're like, all right, we're good. I don't need to see down here from up there. Let's just roll on. So we decided to walk. It was we'll walk for a while, and then we'll grab a cab and get back to the hotel. But we were in this super residential kind of suburb area where there wasn't a lot of traffic, and so we ended up walking 3 or 4 miles to get back to the area that we were staying in. And Blair was pissed at me the whole time because I was like, no, we don't need a cab, it's just not that much further, let's just keep walking and enjoy ourselves. But we're hungry, we're thirsty, there's nothing open. Then we get back to our area, and we're searching around, there's nothing. And then we had to settle for McDonald's. And I was very sad about that.
Was it better?
You know what? Yes, it was actually better. The whole experience was better. They had already had all of the video ordering screens installed over there, so I didn't have to talk to anybody. Nice. And the food was actually pretty good. It seemed more structurally sound. Everything kind of looked closer to the pictures, but it was sad that we had to eat McDonald's in a foreign country. It's just this is butt. And then obviously Amsterdam was great. We want to move there and become expatriates and just be there forever.
Yo, dog, did you get that weed going on?
Obviously, I got that weed on. That was like the first thing that we did because we're real cool people. We settled into the hotel, and then we went and looked for the nearest like cafe because they're not dispensaries. The nearest weed, the nearest cafe.
I like the cafe more than the dispensary. I guess the dispensary would be more convenient, but the cafe has this romance to it. Man, I've always loved it.
Absolutely.
I've never been to one, but
it was funny because it's like you can't do it outside, so it kind of felt like a den a little bit. But like you go up, you order your marijuana of choice and any sort of beverages. You go to your table, they bring it out on a nice little presentation. They're like, here's your weed, here's your papers, here's your coffee, here's your brownie,
here's your syringe.
So,
what? It's like, wait,
whoa,
wait,
slow down
a second. Like, you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're not cool.
Yeah, heroin's like the Brussels of drugs, you know. You gotta count it.
You gotta include it, yeah. So, it was pretty cool. You know, we sat in the den, smoked some weed, drank some coffee.
Was the weed, was the weed, like, I want to know this, like, better? Like, was it, like, obvious? Was Blair like, oh, whoa, this is the shit compared to bullshit Kentucky or whatever?
Yeah, we went for a higher grade. We went for a really nice strain because we were like, hey, when in Amsterdam, you know? So it was a nice quality. We got a Cosmic Brownie. We saved it, had it another night at the hotel. That was fun. But we also, obviously, besides the weed, we went to the red light district, boys.
Oh, tell us about that. Who'd you fuck?
It was a great time. Wandering around, seeing all the red lights, seeing all the women in the windows. All the districts, yeah. Ludacris was there in the red light district.
So I don't know why that reminded me. Are you Vicky? Are you Christina? This is voice alone.
But yeah, it was interesting because, like, you know, there's lots of cops around. You felt like it felt like 4th Street Live, but like way cooler.
Yeah,
where it's like
not trashy.
Yeah, not trashy. Where it's just like, hey, there's some tourists walking around checking it out. There's obviously some people negotiating the prices with people.
Activities.
Yeah, so it's just funny because I sort of got disillusioned a little bit because once you walk through and see. There's not a lot of girls that are, like, hanging out in the window, like, chatting it up. Most of them are sitting on their phones.
Nice.
Like, on a stool. It's just, like, a big open window. A front room that has, like, a desk and a little stool, and they have their phones charging while they, like, text. And then some of the rooms you can see back behind, and it's just a little concrete room with a mattress and, like, a roll of paper towels.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's what that is. So it kind of ruined the whatever romance there was in that, but it was still interesting to learn.
Well, I like how they're sort of like, you know, hey man, don't expect anything but a prison cell for a hot second.
Yeah.
Like,
right? Like
did
we're
the
just here to
mattress
have
at
sex.
least have a sheet on it?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
At least you got
I think
that.
so. It was really bare bones, but you know, it's all good. I'm not judging. Hey, sex work should be legal.
yeah,
I'm out here saying
a real bearcation, you know.
Yeah. So it was a good time. The main problem with that vacation was getting home because we had to do what we did on the way back. We like flew from Amsterdam to Chicago, and then we were flying from Chicago back to Louisville. But our flight was delayed in Amsterdam because something was wrong with the plane, which freaked me out the whole time. Obviously, like we sat on the runway for like 3 hours while they fixed this thing. I was like, "You're okay, but should we get a new plane or like what do you think?"
Nick's like standing up and just shouting these things like, "Hey!"
What if if there's something that doesn't work, we shouldn't fly through the air. You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine like being in surgery and the nurse being like, "Okay, there's something wrong with your surgeon, but give it a second, it'll be fine."
Let him reboot.
Can I get a new surgeon, please?
So we fly back, but the way that like the travel agency booked our tickets is they didn't like link our flights from like Amsterdam to Chicago to home. So like everyone else on the plane had their tickets immediately like fixed, but we couldn't. They weren't linked. So we get there, we run to the fucking counter to get another flight, and they're like, "Sorry, there's no flight until like afternoon tomorrow." Oof. And we're freaking out. And I'm like, you know what? fuck this. We're going to rent a car and drive home. We've driven home from Chicago a billion times.
Yeah.
Like, I used to do it all the time. So it's not that big of a deal. So, we go out, we rent a car. We are somewhere in Indiana, like above Indy, when I'm driving behind a semi, and their tire explodes, and there was someone next to me, so I couldn't swerve out of the way, and so we ran over the loose tire, and it totally fucked up our rental car. And so we were standing on the side of the road for several hours because we were literally in the middle of nowhere.
Dude.
Blair threw up because we were so stressed and tired and stuff, and was just like, this is the worst. So
welcome back.
Exactly. Like, it was like, we had the greatest vacation I've ever had, and it ends like
hard
this.
Cut to Blair vomiting on the side of the road.
Exactly.
It's just like you guys sipping coffee and smoking weed in a cafe. Hard cut to a cornfield and Blair's throwing up.
Yeah.
So then,
Nick literally says the phrase, "What could possibly go wrong?"
Right. We wait a couple hours. It's dark outside. A tow truck finally comes and picks us up. And it's the kind where, like, we have to sit with this guy.
Hell yeah.
So we're in the back, and I just pass out. I didn't sleep on the flight at all because I was scared that the plane was going to break.
Going to end up on an island. And then
we had all this drama from, having to rent the car, and then the car getting into an accident, basically, and then waiting. I fall asleep. We wake up in Indy at like 1. We were supposed to get home at like 1 in the afternoon, and we get to Indy at 1 in the morning. We rent another car and drive home, and got home at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow.
So that was so despite that happening, that was still a very good vacation. Obviously, some of my other highlights, I went to DC because me and Joey went to the same school, so we did that senior year. It was pretty fun. Let's see. I've actually never been west of however far west I went in Chicago. I've never gone out to the west coast before.
Yeah, I've been to like St.
I've gone to
Louis.
LA, and I went to LA once, and I fell asleep during the movie Green Zone. I remember that.
Oh, sick. Matt Damon, baby.
Yeah, dude, that movie was boring as shit, and also I was really stoned because we bought weed in LA, and obviously we couldn't take it home with us on the plane, so that was sort of a
marathon
challenge of smoking all of that, and that resulted in like me falling asleep in the backseat of cars a lot, me falling asleep in movie theaters. Like, the challenge proved to be too much sometimes.
Like the homeless drug addicts of LA. Perfect.
Yeah. I missed the flight. I was in LA for years.
Yeah, I missed you during that time.
Yeah, dude, I made it back though. Finally,
and you just kept buying weed, like too much weed.
Yeah,
I can't get the equation right. This sucks.
All right, I'm out of weed. I'm about to leave LA. I should buy some weed for the road.
Like, I want to. I need to line this up so I'm flicking my last joint like outside of the airport. And it just and if I have too much, I just have the taxi driver turn back around.
Yep.
Yo, bro, I'm looking at this bag right now, and something tells me we need to delay this trip.
Yeah, you keep getting to the airport with like, there's like an extra joint left, and you're like, oh, let's head back to the dispensary.
Let's try next week, man.
Yeah.
Next time, baby.
I'd have to say that my worst vacation was going to fucking Pigeon Forge / fuck, what is that next to Pigeon Forge that everyone goes to?
Like
in Tennessee.
Gettysburg.
Fuck.
Yeah. I've been to Gatlinburg too.
Fuck Gatlinburg, man. I hate that town. It's the most touristy trap place I've ever been.
Man, I remember I was young though. I stayed in this really nice cabin. Like, I really liked it a lot. Had a nice fireplace. It was very romantic in that sense. And I remember staying there. I was really young. I remember staying there and I was kind of walking around my cabin most of the time while my parents did stupid shit. I had a good time in Gatlinburg / Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, man. I stayed in a really nice cabin with the boys, and that was the best part, was like drinking in the cabin and hanging out, the hot tub, nature, whatever, pool table, all those fun stuff. Yeah,
man.
Hot dudes, hot tub, hot time.
Sounds like a good
hot
time.
pockets.
Sounds like a vacation.
Right. But yeah, once you like travel into Gatlinburg, it's all garbage, where everyone is just selling like the same trinkets over and over and over again, and like there's nothing to do but like spend money on crap, basically.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we did do some sweet go-karts, though. They had like a multi-tiered track that we did.
Yeah.
But other than that, we bought some samurai some wooden samurai swords. Then went back and sword fought with them at the cabin, and mine broke in like 3 swings. It was like $20. I was very disappointed. So that's why you don't. Yeah, that's why you don't buy that random generic crap at tourist traps.
Yeah, I remember buying a lot of those. Like, they were like ninja swords. They were plastic, but they were like red and pink and blue. And the idea was to get all the colors and had like this little ribbon around the handle. That was a big, a big tourist thingy. Buy these! They're $15. They cost 15 cents to make.
Yeah, you want to match them all for no reason.
Hey, here are these Oakleys that obviously, if the wind's scratching off the logo as we're showing them, like, you know.
Oh, it says these are Orkleys. Damn it.
They're Oakleys. No.
Yeah. So, that'd be my worst. You guys have a vacation that turned out the worst? We don't have a lot of time left, but if you got a quick anecdote, we can share it with the class.
4-H camp. I went to 4-H camp once, and that was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I may have brought it up before in this podcast. I don't recall, but that's the worst thing. 4-H. I'm going to go on the record here and maybe be controversial. Fuck 4-H, okay?
Dang. Aren't they like about nature or something?
Yeah,
Don't you just like look at cows?
Heresy.
Okay.
Other H words. I'm kind of running short right now.
Heck.
Hate. Heresy. Hate. And
hogwash.
Fucking hogwash, okay? It's all hogwash.
I feel like you might actually wash a hog in 4-H club.
No, I'll tell you what, Joey, I'll tell you this. There was one time where it was like we had all these activities, right? And it was dinner time, and like we're outside, and you gotta go through this queue and shit. And our 4-H leader or squad person wanted us to sing some fucking anthem for 4-H, and they would not let us. They literally said, "We will not let you eat until you sing this to the fucking volume that I goddamn expect." So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, wow. So I have to sing louder before, as a child, I get to eat.
Wow, that's really fucked. Kurt has been waving his hands aggressively for the past minute. 4-H stands for head, heart, hands, and health. But we all know that's a conspiracy cover-up. Kurt, check your facts.
The hands to strangle the ambition out of a child.
Yeah, the heart
The head
gets
to
stabbed.
manipulate them out of their ambition. The heart to remove from the child's chest. And what was the fourth one?
It was health.
Health. The health to end, okay? So there you go, Kirk.
Yeah, it's Kurt with a RT, sir. Get it right.
See, I'm sorry.
He fact-checked you on it again.
My bad. I'm sorry, Kirk. You're nodding your head right now that I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah,
so,
their 4-H's
Kirk.
Wikipedia propaganda says they focus on citizenship, healthy living, science, engineering, and technology programs. But we all know that's a lie, obviously.
Yeah, it's a fucking Treycation of immoral values is what it is.
Yeah, man, let's get our legion of fans to just take down. Let's cancel 4-H, man. All right, gang. We can go ahead and end it there. I did want. Oh, Joey, did you have something?
Real quick. So I talked about my junior year Chicago trip. We went again senior year, right? And it was 100% the case of trying to recapture the magic.
Yeah.
Just trying to like do it again, baby. And
here we go again.
And like I went with virtually no money. But they were like, no, come on, like it'll be fun. Like Jerry will, like help you out and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I'm just under the pretense that there's no fucking money. Like I got nothing. So we go there. We don't take taxis. Like we don't. All of us collectively don't really have money to take taxis. So we walk. Like the first thing we did was like walk up like Millennium Park, and I had really shitty shoes, and the plastic heel bit cut into my like Achilles.
Oh god!
And so
Yikes.
walking was painful. Like I'd get back to the hotel room and take off my shoe, and my whole like foot, like my whole heel would be covered in blood and stuff like that.
Ugh.
And like I didn't have money, and they like got like takeout food like ordered to the room, and I didn't eat that day, and like shit like that. And like by the end of the day, like I was the last one to go take a shower, and I went to take a shower, and the knob broke off of the shower.
Oh.
So the last day, I like we went to the Rainforest Cafe, and I was all sweaty and like
Bloody.
Like sweaty, bloody. Had to have my mom
Blood,
like
sweat, and
wire
tears.
me some money so I could eat. And
Nice.
like I literally have like the 2 separate pictures because we like bought pictures for each time we went, and the differences in the pictures like tell the whole fucking story.
Man. Joey, see if you can find them and share them on our Instagram.
Yeah, do it before and after for us. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, that would be very funny. I'd like to share that on our page.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to track down the sad one because I don't think I have it. I think one of my friends does, but yeah, it's really
ask
funny.
your boys.
Yeah,
because if that were me, I would have framed that bitch.
It kind of reminds me of that joke, Nick, that we had where it's a sketch where like a boy and a girl go on vacation and the guy breaks up with her, and you see pictures throughout the vacation of the guy having a great time, meeting a new girl, while the girlfriend's in the background always looking sad.
Yeah. I forgot about that idea, but yeah, that was a good one because we're funny.
Hilarious.
And very successful at sketch comedy, obviously. All right, guys. Yeah, well, let's wrap it up there. We could go on to do dream vacations, but we might save that for another time. That might be a goofy, wacky one to do with
I think
our friend Collin.
I would love to have Collin on here to hear his dreamcation, so I'm glad we're postponing that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll save that for when we're just, because like this episode has been like a vacation for me, boys, reminiscing. So
vacation from fucking Collin, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, he's the one hating on Collin this time.
Your boy doesn't go on vacation.
There you go. Save it.
Knives, making knives all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Save it with an impression. Yeah. So this episode got me through. I can probably sit in my house for another 6 months now.
Good.
Yeah, trying to keep everybody safe out there.
It's a staycation if I ever heard of one.
Yes. Before we go, though, I would like to share. I would like to open up the email bag. So, Corey, go ahead and hit us with the theme song for the email bag.
Email bag.
Perfect. I love it. Never change.
Remember it for next time as well.
Okay. Yeah. Email bag. I'll remember because you fucking recorded it. Why am I practicing?
Yeah, don't practice while we're doing it. It shows a lack of professionalism.
Fair point. Okay.
So, from our number one stan, Jeremy Dugan.
Oh my God. Okay.
Obviously, he's the only one that sends us emails. Guys, I told you before, if you send us an email, we're gonna read it on air.
Yeah.
So, this email is in reference to our episode on our favorite cereals.
Okay.
So, take it a couple weeks back. So, it is titled Cereal for Cereal. Obviously, they're spelled differently. Cereal, like the podcast.
Yeah, next time.
And then cereal. Yeah, next time. So, here goes. Hey, fellas. Man, if there was a podcast ad for neckerchiefs, VRT should get them. Absolutely. We love talking about Tony the Tiger. So, I replayed this episode for my girlfriend, Ashley, when I was taking her to the airport last Friday, and turns out her cereal to milk ratio is way off. She's a 2-to-1 milk cereal gal.
Oh, man,
I just gotta say,
Jumper.
I gotta say that's gross. I know you're gonna be listening to this one, obviously, too, Ashley. Change your ways, please.
Yeah, dude. You don't want to lose Jeremy. He's a catch, okay? You're going to lose him if you keep up with these milk ways, okay?
It's not too late. It's never too late.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, you gotta. I mean,
to make amends.
Yeah, you're wasting milk out here unless you're just like going down on some milk. I don't understand it.
Okay.
You gotta get. I'd say it's like a 1-to-1, maybe 1/4 to 1, or 1 1/4 to 1. Maybe I don't know. I'll get Kurt on that. Kurt, you figure out what the truth is on that. He did go on to say, I'm happy we found this out before we moved in with each other. I now have a month to get emotionally prepared for it. Yeah, dog, you're going to be going through milk like crazy.
Yeah. You're going to be crying over a lot of spilt milk. You know?
Yeah. You're going to have to put water in your cereal, dog.
I forgot all about that. Gross.
She's going to use all the milk. Oh, man. Hey, love is love, man. And you gotta do a lot of crazy things for love, including putting
blood
water
is
in your
thicker than
cereal.
milk.
Yep. And water is gross with cereal. All right.
Water is grosser than milk. That's what I'm saying.
All right. He goes on to say, she was also offended by y'all's thought on Lucky Charms, which is in her top 3. Man, I got problems with this person, gang.
Dude, Lucky Charms is terrible, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sticking to our guns on this. I've had a lot of time to think about it since that episode, and I'm still there. Yeah. Lucky Charms is always disappointing as fuck.
Yep, I agree.
He goes on to say, my top 3 in cereal. Well, when I was a kid, I had asthma, so I wasn't able to drink milk. Builds up in the chest. A little fact for everybody out there. I was
like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Can Kurt confirm that?
Kurt, go ahead and... Yeah, he's shaking his head. Yes, okay. Thumbs up. He knows.
Okay, cool.
He's obviously done his research on our number 1 fan, Jeremy Dugan.
He has a dossier about him.
So, I didn't really get to dive into the world of cereal, but Count Chocula, Honey Nut Bunches of Oats, and Frosted Flakes are his top 3. That's a solid bunch. You know, I'm not going to hate. I don't remember the movie, but there was a movie in the 90s where a guy would put sugar on top of his Frosted Flakes, and I did that for a bit, too.
Huh.
Good idea.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with more sugar, so I guess I'm with you.
More sugar.
Is that Men in Black reference? Well done.
Yeah. It's just one of those... saying more sugar is like saying, it's Ben, you know? It's like all this. It's all the same. You know.
So he does go on to mention some very real tournament stuff. Should I go into that, or?
You know what, dude? I think that you know what, Jeremy, he's got enough time. Okay, you've got your spotlight.
Right. So yeah, maybe I'll just read that little small paragraph on very real tournament. We'll just branch him out.
Very real tournament.
Yeah. All right. Keep it real from Jeremy. Jeremy, thank you so much for sending us another email. We really enjoy hearing what you think, hearing your feedback. Good luck in your relationship. I know you guys got a lot of things to overcome. Obviously, that's all relationships are, man. You just you know,
just figure out how to,
you got to frost those flakes. You got to figure out how to deal with one another. No, no, we love you both very much. Thank you all for listening, obviously, and thank everybody else. I thank everybody else for listening. We love you guys. So, housekeeping stuff. Obviously, you're listening to this podcast. We want you to listen to all of our episodes, though. If you just came upon this one randomly, we got a lot more for you. So, please, go to our website. That's VRTcast.com. All of our episodes are there. You got us talking about everything from cereal to, you know, vacations. Zoo animals.
Fucking the law. We talk about the law sometimes.
Yeah, we talked about Nick's Teen Mall After Dark. Mm-hmm. You can go find out what that is. There's an episode named after it. So,
if you ever wanted to know what the best chair is, probably not. But we still got the answer for you.
Yeah, we got the answers that you don't want.
What a great motto.
Yeah. Also on that website is the other podcast we do. That's called Very Real Tournament. That's all 4 of us, and we're talking pop culture characters fighting to the death. So we got 5 seasons of that. So please go check that out. Also, you can find our podcast on all the podcast apps: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Overcast, CastBox. Want all of them. Go check it out. Like, subscribe, rate, review. It helps us out a lot. Also, want to take a quick second, as usual, to thank the Thumps. They are a great band. They do all the music for our podcast. Please, if you have a minute, go over to their Bandcamp. That's thethumps.bandcamp.com. Listen to a few tracks. See if you like it. I know you're gonna. And then they have the, pay what you can for an album set up over there. So throw them a few bucks. Buy their albums. They're really good.
And listen to them on the way. If you need to buy some CDs real fast, buy some... Actually, they probably don't have CDs, but burn them onto a CD real fast. And
I think they might have vinyl because they're that kind of band.
Get a vinyl record player in your car. And
your 2004 Cadillac, whatever.
Whatever
Cadillac,
Patrick had.
whatever.
Yeah.
That was a good model.
The Cadillac, whatever, is my favorite.
I realized I didn't know that the model of Cadillac that is just the car. Like, there's a Cadillac Escalade, and I was like, Cadillac. 8? I don't know how they name them.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
Escalate.
Yeah.
Buy an Oldsmobile. They all have vinyl record players.
I would like to say. Also go over to their Facebook, the Thumps, and give them a like, please, and thank you.
Not an angry face, but a like.
Yeah, do not angry face them. They don't deserve that. They're too good. They're too pure. Mm-hmm. So also, if you're one of these selfish fucks going on vacation, go ahead and download our entire library. At least do something good, you know? If you're going to go out and just do whatever you want, at least make part of what you want to do listening to our podcast, giving us those numbers.
I think take a vacation from sadness and listen to us.
I think between both podcasts, we're at like over 100 hours. So if you're driving across country and back, there you go.
Yep. Just settle in with our smooth voices.
Rent a car and listen to us.
Yep. Yeah, you're going to want to hear these sick, dulcet tones for the entire trip across country.
Oh, we're so much fun.
Power Rangers.
So, Yeah. Oh my God.
That's Joey's catchphrase, by the way,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. Just saying the phrase Power Rangers.
All right, guys, we've filled enough time for these people on vacation.
Yeah,
we can.
That was enough filler. The whole episode. It's good.
Hey, man, they're not all winners. I think this one was good. It's no Nick's Teen Mall After Dark.
At the beginning,
Yeah, no shit. Who knows if people even listen. Once I say thank you so much for listening, I feel like people just like fucking throw their phone across the room.
Well, fucking thank you, and they just break their phone.
That's kind of how I feel when I'm editing it. You're like, thank you for listening. I was like, how is there 15 minutes left? What the fuck are we doing?
Because we keep doing shit like this.
Yeah. All right, well, for Joey and or Collin's editing sake, let's go ahead and end it here. So, we will see you guys back here next week at Very Real Talk. Until then, I'm Nick Potter.
I'm Trey of Triforia.
And I'm Treycation.
It's been real. It's been fun. Kurt, double check both those facts for me? Yes, it has been both of those things. See you later.
Posted an image in Discord for you guys.
Okay, there it is. Treycation. I like to think that they were auditioning one guy, but these guys all look the same, and they were kind of all the same level of actor. And they're like, and they just couldn't choose. So
yeah, thinking about
there
it,
was a tie. There was a tie on the auditions.
Like maybe that was a plot.
It's like, hey, look. All three of these dudes have fucked the producers, okay?
We
promised all of them roles.